guys, welcome and thank you for joining us for our first ever episode of our new Facebook Live series, Real Talk with Real Recruiters. This series is really intended to give you some real life insight about our company, our culture, our associates, and Burlington as an employer. I'm Kristen, I'm going to be your host, and today I am joined by our amazing corporate recruiting team. Hey guys!
Hello,
Hi.
how you doing?
Hi! So why don't we get started? Maybe introduce yourselves, talk about some roles that you recruit for here at Burlington, and a fun fact about yourselves.
All right, so my name is Cameron Bond. I focus on IT, finance, e-commerce, and marketing. Fun fact about myself, I'm a twin. So I have a twin sister. So and she looks just like me. But yeah, that's my fun fact. Yeah, I have a twin. So yeah.
Awesome. I'm Emily Sullivan, one of our corporate recruiters here. I do our hiring for HR, supply chain, help out in store operations a little bit. And my fun fact is I'm training for the Broad Street Run. So I've got 2 more weeks left of some running. So I've got a lot of work to do. Yes.
That's awesome.
Yep, I did 4 miles yesterday, so we're
More than I
hoping we
can
get a
do.
little more in these next few days.
Nice.
Go for you.
Hi, I'm Carol, and I support merchandise planning, MIO, some store operations, store planning, some legal. Fun fact, I like to bake and cook for the team. I'm at the point now where everybody's trying to get in shape. So I handed out waivers to them that they have to sign, because if they gain any weight, I'm not responsible.
I still eat it all.
Yeah.
Her banana bread is the best.
Oh,
yeah. Best
Everything
banana
is the
bread.
best that she cooks.
And pinatas.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I'm Krista Gathercole. I recruit now for our executive recruitment team and our merchandising team, so all of our buyers and the executive team and above. Fun fact, I am a Girl Scout leader, so this is the first year for me doing this. I have a daisy troop, so that means kindergartners and first graders, and there's 12 of them, so they're really cute, and we meet every other week, sometimes every week, and we do fun things once a month, little field trips and things like that, so a lot of fun.
Yes.
Yes.
It sounds like you have your hands full.
Yeah, just
In a
little.
good way, yep.
Awesome. So now that we know a little bit more about our cool corporate recruiting team, let's get into some questions. So Cameron, what would you say your favorite thing about Burlington's culture is?
So when I think of corporate culture, just in general, a lot of things come to mind. But one of the things I think goes overlooked is employee engagement. You know, a lot of companies have employee engagement surveys that they have every year, but sometimes those answers, those responses, those feelings kind of go to the wayside. So I think Burlington does an excellent job of action planning based on those results. So I had the pleasure of being on an employee engagement team for our corporate talent acquisition team, just to see what goes on behind the scenes and how you game plan and how we get better as an organization. I think organizationally, another thing that is a perfect example of that is when I started in 2015, there was no tuition reimbursement. And based on our feedback that we gave to senior leadership, they implemented that. And I've taken advantage of that, so I'm very happy about that. So that's just a perfect example of how we're kind of taking our employees' responses and action planning on it. And I've never been at a company that does it better than Burlington with that. So that's probably my favorite thing about our culture.
Absolutely.
I would just add to the whole conversation about culture, at least when we talk to candidates, it's a lot about not about just driving for results, but how we drive for results, and it's about the people, how we do it together as a team, and the level of respect, I think, top down.
Yeah.
So regardless of who you're talking to throughout the organization, I think you still feel respected. And, we have titles. There's probably no getting away from that at any company, really, but there's this level of respect and inclusiveness throughout the company that I think is really, it's really, when we talk to candidates, they're always surprised and delighted when they meet with us.
Absolutely.
And I think it's nice too for candidates coming in, seeing how many happy, smiling faces there are. You know, you walk down the hall, you say hi. I would see Carol all the time. I was in the buying department before I joined joined HR, and I would see Carol, and we didn't know each other, but we would just say hi and just give each other a little smile. And then when I joined the team and knew that Carol was on the team, it was like I already had a friend. So I think that's a testament to Burlington's culture.
Right, definitely.
So Em, what would you say some of your favorite things are about working here at the Burlington corporate campus?
Sure. I think some of it has to do with a lot of the initiatives that we do here. We're always looking for ways to support causes, whether that's at a national level with the Leukemia Lymphoma Society, on a smaller level with some of the local volunteer efforts that we had. And that was actually something that came from the engagement survey.
Yep.
Our associates wanted to give back to a lot of the local communities in the area, whether that was on the Pennsylvania side or the New Jersey side. So it's nice to see that. We try and do things to celebrate our successes, cupcakes when we hit $6 billion. So different things like that. It's fun to have some activities to get you outside of the desk, outside of work, and connect with some of your associates and colleagues you might not see all the time.
Definitely. And I think maybe
I think you guys are forgetting about the ice cream truck.
Oh, yeah. That's key.
Warm.
So every Wednesday and Friday we have an ice cream truck come, and he makes sure he hits all of our campus offices. But it's a Friday, we're all fried, and you go outside. It's a nice, beautiful day. You get your ice cream with sprinkles, and it ends the week just right.
Yeah.
Always good.
Yeah. And also just to add on to that too, I mean, just the fact that we work in such a new building.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, the amount of candidates who we bring in who just say, look around like, oh, you have a really nice building. We take it for granted because we're here every day, but that's not something that every company has the luxury of having.
Right.
State of the art, vendor rooms and TVs. I mean, that's really aesthetically pleasing, and I think that's great.
Yeah.
Great.
It is. It's nice to take pride in your office. And I think some of those points are maybe reasons why we've landed on so many great places to work list. Mm-hmm. Okay, Carol. So you've had a bit of an interesting journey here with us at Burlington. Do you mind sharing a little bit about your journey?
So I started with Burlington on the merchandise planning team. And over time, I felt that my expertise could be a fit on the talent acquisition team. Recruiting for the planning team is how I started. And I'm very thankful to Burlington for allowing me to reinvent myself as a recruiter. And I think that it helped the candidates feel I really understood the role. So I really enjoyed that part of my transition, and I think that it's great.
It has been. We're so lucky to have you. So what advice would you give to someone who's maybe looking to change industries or maybe just even switch something to a different position in their own company?
So I would say first kind of identify where you feel your expertise is the best fit for yourself and also for the company. Reach out to your manager, have that discussion about where you see yourself and go from there.
Great. All right, Krista, so last but not least, we have a tough question for you.
Sure.
What would you say the biggest misconception is about pursuing a career in retail?
Really good question. I think something that we struggle with a lot, actually. I think when people think about retail, they think about all of the things such as their mind automatically goes to merchandising. Am I a buyer or am I a planner? Do I have those skill sets? And they're outside of those two, I think they're our largest departments. Outside of there, we have so many different support functions that would lend itself to so many different, if you're thinking about skill sets and experiences. We have human resources, finance, legal, our store operations team, supply chain, all of these different functions that would benefit from diverse experiences outside of retail.
Right.
But coming into retail, there was so much opportunity to move around in the company and get different experiences. So just to answer your question, I think it's, stop thinking about it as a retail company and start thinking of it as all the opportunities here for you to grow your career.
Yeah.
I myself, I got a degree in finance. Never thought I would be in recruiting, but it has led to such an amazing career within human resources and getting so many different experiences along the way.
And I'm opposite. I started in fashion merchandising. That was my degree. And look, I'm here in human resources. So, there's so many different paths for people. And I think people often think store managers or, stockroom associates. And it's just so much more than that. And I think we have so much more to offer.
Absolutely.
As a company.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right. Well, those are all the questions I had today. Thank you guys so much, Kim, Carol, Krista. And thank you guys at home for tuning in.
Yeah, thank
Hopefully
you.
Hopefully you learned a little bit more about Burlington, and you'll tune back in next month for our next episode of Real Talk with Real Recruiters, where we'll be chatting some more with our recruiters and some hiring managers to learn a little bit more about opportunities we have to offer here. In the meantime, please check out our social media pages and our career site, burlingtonstores.jobs. Looking forward to seeing you guys again.
Take care.
Take
Bye,
care.
guys.
Bye.